If your team got guaranteed money, tell them call me.
Whoop. Make me say, my. I done been around the world.
Yeah, I was made for this.
Player Performance with J.A. Cavalier.
Happy Friday, everybody. And if you're watching this on Saturday, happy Saturday, because this is the show to watch. I am Gunspicks, and I am here to give you the best bets that are on the top 25 board. Let's talk about them. But first, I have to promote the channel. This is the Player Performance. So anyways, let's get into the plays that paid the bills. And we're going to start off here very quickly. But first, we have a very good combo here with Coach Rick and myself. $99 for the week. If you want to go get on that one, the links are in both of our channels on Telegram. If you don't know where to go get the Telegram, well, you have to go to our Instagram and go jump on that one. So please go on @whylose_guns, @whylose_coach, and please join up on that one. And please follow along with us on YouTube. If you're not a member of the J Cavalier channel, please do so. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and please be part of the comments section. And if you're enjoying the plays that are paying the bills right now, by the way, I am solo tonight because Coach has family obligations he has to deal to, and that is okay because we are going to break down 4 games here today. Of course, my best bet will be at the end, so please stick around for that one. And you can go check out everything that we're doing on this channel. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you love the plays or you hate the plays, join the comment section and join up on that one. So let's start with the first game on the board, and this is going to be a hat that I'm wearing. Let's go into it. Duke versus North Carolina in Chapel Hill at the Dean Dome. My God, this is going to be an electric game here at 6:30 p.m. So we have a lot of evening games here on the show. So please drop some comments in there as well if you love what we're doing there. So what you need to know about this game is Duke is superior over UNC. Top 5 on the offensive defensive side of the ball, 5th in offensive efficiency, 3rd in defensive efficiency. UNC has been putting up numbers as of late, especially in conference. They're averaging 86.5 points per game versus conference opponents this year. But the average defense that they're facing in conference is 69. This is the best defense that UNC has faced all season long. As good as the point production is, let's talk about the point production with UNC. I think that is a little bit of a facade as we're getting to this one. They rely heavily on the inside scoring, and they're going against a defense that is ranked 17th in defending inside the arc, and they're 145th in three-point shooting, and they're terrible on the free throw shooting line, 305th in the country in that statistic. UNC has only faced one good defense this year, and I know they faced Kansas. I know they faced Virginia. I call those outliers. A lot of things happened in that game to kind of make that game different. Of course, they faced Kansas early in the year in November. 58 points given up from they actually only put up 58 points versus Michigan State. So that is the statistic that we have to look at on this one. So UNC has averaged 83.1 points per game. Their team total right now is set at 72.5. So what does that say? Under team total is the way I'd play this one. UNC team total under 72.5 is the way I'd play this one. And I'm seeing a lot of guys in the chat right now. I'm seeing my guy Ryan Pick says, I took you took UConn, even though I'm kind of nervous that they feel that they need the Big East. Here's the problem with that game, and I want to talk about UConn. I'm not going to continue that one. I think St. John's probably needs that win more than UConn. So motivation probably edge on St. John's. I hate that St. John's was like a dog in that game. Is that like an indication of we have to look at the Yukon side, especially on the road? I know it's like at MSG, but it's very different there. Ian, let's go, my guy. Bryce in the building, a true gun disciple, a guy I've been talking to actually emails today. Gun disciple, always a true gun disciple, anointed by the true GUNZPICKS. Let's go to the next play on the board here. So first play, Duke UNC. I said UNC team total under 72.5. That's the way I play this one. That's just a lean. And by the way, I want to preface this. I'm giving a lot of plays here. I'm giving probably 4 plays here. They're leans, except for the best bet, which will be at the end of the show. So please hit the like button and please, hit the notification button. If you're not following the J Cavalier channel, please hit that one as well. Let's go into the next play on the board. Let's go to a little SEC action with Florida going against Texas A&M in College Station at 8:30 p.m. East. The way to look at this game is Texas A&M is an overrated stock, right? They've only had 5 losses on the year. A lot of them is misleading. The average team ranking that they face this season is 48. I mean, and then you have A&M that's faced 2 top 25 teams, and that is and I'm talking about top 25 teams in terms of KenPom, because KenPom has the best rating in terms of like offensive and defensive efficiency, how they perform on each side of the ball. They lost by 5 to Tennessee, and they lost by 3 last week to Alabama. Florida is more battle tested, I think. If you look at the teams that they face, my God, what a gauntlet that Florida put in their schedule this year. Arizona, Duke, UConn, Tennessee, Vandy, and Alabama. So far this season, all in the top 25 in most statistics. And 3 of those were in the top 10. So battle-tested team. And by the way, Florida is ranked 8th in defensive efficiency this year. So why am I telling you this? Because I think the team total under here has validity with Texas A&M. Texas A&M is second in scoring, 92 points per game, 97.7 points per game at home. Big number here, guys. But you look at Florida's defense, they're ranked 92nd in opposing scoring, giving up 73 points per game on the road. Why? Because they face a very tough schedule. It's a little bit misleading when you look at Florida. Florida on the road this year held Duke to 67 points, held Mizzou to 76 points, Oklahoma to 79 points. They got beat up by Vandy, I believe. If you look at the numbers on that one, I think Vandy put up 96 on them. But Florida has held opponents, has held top scoring teams to, and sorry, let me take this back. Georgia's the number 1 scoring team in the country. Guess what? How many points that they held them to? 77. Georgia averages like 96 or 97 points per game. Florida has only given up 79 points once this season versus SEC opponents, and that was against Vandy. Vandy put up like 94, 96 against them. So with all that being said, I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. However, low number. I think we're seeing 4.5s on the board here with Texas A&M. I think this is going to be one of those low-scoring games, and I think it's going to be close. It could be Florida by 3, and you could be caught like looking at your ticket going, why did I take Florida? Florida's a very hot team. Texas A&M coming off a loss, of course, to Alabama, and but Texas A&M has not been tested. So I think the team total under here has validity. If you can get it under 80, I think 79.5 here is a great number here. With Texas A&M. Give me Texas A&M under 79.5 as my second lean, not my official play. Getting back to the chat, I'm seeing Q Ball in the building. Guards! What's going on, kid? Mo Flex 987 says, let's go, Guns. All right, get in the chat, guys. Don't be afraid to show your face in this one. I guarantee I'm going to give you the plays, the Bills. Let me start that again. The plays that pay the bills, there we go, are on this one. And my God, we're on a little bit of a run of like Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday. I think we're 9-3 on the shows, whether they're leans or official plays. I think we're 2-0 in the official plays. I'm going to get to my official play here in a second, but I have to talk about this game with the late night degenerate special, which we love. If you've been following GONCPICCast, I'm telling you, we need to play some late night degenerate specials here with Houston versus BYU. And I'm telling you this, BYU, I don't understand. I think BYU is a falling knife. This is a team that was on the highs of highs going in the preseason. Now we're seeing the lows of lows. They're going against the Houston team coming off a loss against Oklahoma State, an unprecedented loss. They put up 92 points in that game, and they still got a loss by 7. How is that possible? Well, their defense is a little bit broken, but let's break this team down. Let's start with Houston first, though. Houston's top 10 in both statistics. This is a team that you need to back in tournaments. As far as like going as far as you can, lead 8, Final 4, 8th in offensive efficiency, 9th in defensive efficiency. This team excels in a very big category in creating turnovers. They're 4th in turnover percentage, and they're 233rd in defensive rebounds. That may cost them, especially going against a team that takes care of the basketball. But BYU, great offense, bad defense. They're 11th in offensive efficiency, but they're 42nd in defensive efficiency, and they're not great at creating turnovers. That's the problem with the defense on BYU. They're 199th in turnover percentage to opponents. And you have a BYU team that is just ice cold. 0-7 ATS in the last 7 games, 1-4 straight up in the last 5, 6-1, and then you got going against a Houston team that is 6-1 ATS, 7 in the last 7 games, 3-1 ATS on the road this season. And you look at Houston versus top 40 opponents offensively, their numbers are a little bit different. Now, mind you, Houston only gives up about 58 points per game at home, but they give up 70.5 games on the road. When they go against top 40 offenses this season, 77.6 points per game given up to opponents compared to 61 points per game given up overall. So Houston has played a lot of weak teams, but when they play against good offenses, they tend to give up a little bit more points. But it's overshadowed by the fact that Houston overall is a good team. They're a great offensive team, top 10 offensive efficiency. They win games. So nobody knows that this defense has weaknesses. Also, you got to look at Houston, 70.5 points per game on the road, given up versus 53.8 points per game at home. And you go against a BYU team that is ranked in the top 20 scoring. They average 92.4 points per game at home. Variable between road and home splits. I think this may be a rebound spot here for BYU, but BYU can score versus good defenses too. You go look at the numbers, 83 points scored against Arizona. They're ranked 2nd in defensive efficiency. 82 points scored against Kansas. They're ranked 8th in defensive efficiency. And of course, you got a Houston team that is ranked 2nd in defensive efficiency. Top 5 in defensive efficiency. Also, you got to look at the total in this one. The total tells the story. The total is the highest that Houston have seen all year on the road, and the second highest that Houston has seen overall, home versus away. And that total at 48.5 went over. So what does that tell me? I want to take the over in this game. I do. I understand that, but I think the BYU team total over here at 73.5 is insulting to BYU. And BYU is consistently got over their team totals on the offensive side of the ball. I don't trust the defense, but Houston's defense has been very good. They're coming off a nice win at home, but when they're on the road, it's a very different story. But I think BYU team total over here at 73.5 has validity. So give it to me. BYU team total over 73.5 as the play. All right, I'm seeing Bryce in the chat here going. Those of you who are on here who haven't taken advantage of the Super Bowl package, better hop on. Way to set me up there, Bryce. All right, so right now I have a Super Bowl package that is going to include props, totals, and it's going to be multiple totals. I may do quarters and stuff like that. I'm going way deep, as I've always done in the Super Bowl, and Super Bowls have been my jam. So if you want to get in on that, you can get in on that at $49 right now. That is going to die. that that sale is going to end on Saturday, 12 p.m. East. And when that sale ends, it's going up to $99. So $99 is the regular standard price for my Super Bowls. Guess what? You get it for $49 right now if you go jump on it right now. So if you're watching this now, you're watching this later, you're watching this on Saturday morning, go jump on it now. If you don't know where to go, the link is below. Telegram. It's in the comment section. You go jump on that right now. Like, just go get it. That's all I'm going to say. Like, it's going to cash. I'm going to have max bet on that one on the game. I may have 2 max bets because it's going to be the last Super Bowl game that we're going to have. We are profiting at 25 units right now in NFL right now. And I'm telling you, max bets are 16-9. That is 62%. So you want to jump on the max bets regardless of all the rest of the plays that I give here. I'm going to give a lot of props. I'm going to give a lot of angles on that game. So please go join up for the Gunspicks Telegram. Link is in the bio if you want to go jump on that one. And I know Bryce is in because Bryce hit me up on the email. So I gave you 3 plays. I want to talk about a little bit about the Sunday plays. I gave usually on this show, we talk a lot about the Saturday, Sunday slate. There was only 2 top 25 games on Sunday. I know West Virginia's playing Texas Tech. I will say this. I'd lean towards the under because West Virginia plays slow pace and great defense. They're coming off a big win. That is what's keeping me a little bit hesitant on that game. Maybe taking the Texas Tech side. Texas Tech used to be this great defense, like for years, but they've dropped off the map a little bit. But West Virginia's offense never scares me. So lean towards the under. I haven't seen what the number is officially. When I see the number, I will give you something on Sunday. It's going to be for the VIPs. So that's why you need to join the all sports packages. I think it's $149 right now for a week. If you want to get a little bit further, you want to be a gun cycle for the year. I will say this. Hit me up in the DMs on Instagram and just say, bang, I need you. Something like that. I don't know. Just hit me up there and I'll give you what the packages are in the sale. So without further ado, let's do best bets. Let's go. All right, best bet on this one. All right, let's take a step back. This is going to be a little bit of a rocker here. So I have to credit my guy, Mark Zeno. He's on Picks and Parlays and hopefully a future employee of the Wide Lose Network. We had a good phone call about this one. He said, hey, you need to look at this Idaho and Montana game. He didn't give me a lot on it. He gave me some of his preface on this one. This is a game that we need to look at on Saturday. Idaho's playing Montana in Missoula, Montana. It's 6 p.m. East. It's the Big Sky Conference. If you don't know what conference these guys are sitting at, and you have this Montana team that is coming off back-to-back losses. Sacramento State. I think we picked Sacramento State when for the VIPs, and then we went on the opposite direction. We went on Montana team total over for a free pick against Eastern Washington, and lo and behold, did not come to fruition. Now they're on the second leg of their home stretch, and they're going against an Idaho team that is 1-3 straight up in the last 4 games, and has only been a dog twice in the last 12 games. And now you're seeing them sit as a dog. That should raise a red flag for anybody that is a handicapper or trying to be a handicapper. I would say that. And drop some comments in the chat. I'll answer some questions at the end of the show, but I want to give my best bet here. Both teams are evenly matched too. If you look at these statistics from Ken Palm, I think the only advantage that I saw in this one, Montana does have a small edge on the defensive side. They're ranked 138th in defensive efficiency, where both these teams ranked about 180th in most statistical categories. Idaho has just been bad in the last 11 games, 3-8 ATS in the last 11. They're also 0-3 in their last 3. So I think this is a very cool team. Also, you have Idaho that is sitting here as a dog, which is very rare. If you look at their numbers, they're 2-5 ATS as a dog this year in 7 instances. And then you have the situational factor. And I've talked about this in a lot of videos. We have to pay attention to teams that are in this weird pseudo long road trip. Some of these like mid-major teams go on these road trips that are absurd, like 5 or 6 games back to back to back. They have to go on the road, or maybe 7 of the last 8 games or something like that. They would fit in the home game. Like, you don't see that in the P4, but you see this in some of the mid-major conferences, and we have a situation here. Idaho is on the 4th leg of an I call it the endless road trip, right? And they have to play back-to-back home games after that, and they got Weber State next week. So we not only look at situations where we can bet on now, we look at situations we could bet on next week or the next game when this team plays. And I think Idaho might be a play on team in the next game. However, this is a face spot here, and you have Montana that is off a road back-to-back. They played the first leg of their home stretch, and they lost when they had a 7-point lead on Thursday. I think this team is going to want to bounce back in this situation, and I think Montana has validity. So what am I going to do here as my best bet? You can take Montana right now. I see it on the board right now at -2 as we're live on the show on a Friday night. Like, if you can get money line at -130 and -140, that's fine. But if it goes to -4 or something like that, you may want to take a little bit of a step back. But I think Montana bounces back off back-to-back losses versus an Idaho team that is just exhausted on the road. Give me Montana here at Missoula, -2 as the best bet. And by the way, all the best bets on this show since the inauguration of the college basketball play performance have all cashed. So you need to tail everything that we're doing on this channel. And by the way, 9-3 since I've given out my leans and my plays on this channel. All I ask you to do is hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the bell so you know when every time we go live. And by the way, we're going live on this channel for college basketball Monday, Tuesday, and Friday nights. Easy. And we're going to expand that when we get into college tournament time in March Madness. I want to talk to the chat a little bit before close it out. Definitely on getting in on that one. Hell yeah, man. I mean, listen, the Super Bowl is going to be very big for me. And I have futures in that game. I won't tell you what future I have on that one. I have play wiggle room as far as some elements of the game, but the props and the sides on this one in the max bet is just going to be worth it. I'm telling you. It has nothing to do with what I have on the future in this one. I'm just playing the game how I see it. Need a lock tonight, kid. I just gave. Well, I'll tell you what. I was like, I have the lock right now. If you want the max bet right now, $49. I don't think this is tipped off yet. I may be wrong on that one. So I would say this. To be on the safe side, I'm going to give a max bet tomorrow. How about that? Go join up. If you're not part of my Telegram, you're not a gun disciple. Well, you need to be. If you don't know where to go below into the comment section and join up there. I'm going to say this. You need to join up on that one. I'm going to say it's like you've had a lot of trouble pronouncing words. I've just not slept. Like losing a couple games yesterday, and yeah, it's just been a bad run for me, man. SYC, I got you, man. But I'm working. So, where's Coach? Coach is with family right now. So he's on the travel, and I'm sure he'll give you an update on his channel. If you haven't followed him, go follow Coach on his channel at Telegram. And yeah, go check him out there, and he'll give you the update. Let's get that max bet tonight. Yeah, we have a good max bet tonight. I think it's going to be tipping off here quick. But guess what? We're going to be giving a lot of content on this channel, but I want to make sure that you like and subscribe to the J Cavaliers channel before I close out, and make sure that you check out my Telegram and all the deals that I'm going to be having on there. I have the Super Bowl day pass max bet included, $49. That is going to end on Saturday, 12 p.m. East. So go check that out right now, and it's going to go up after that to $99. I'm telling you right now, you need to jump on right now. So without further ado, and to close this out, give you my max best to recap here. Give me UNC team total under at 72.5. Give me Texas A&M 79.5 at the under. And we're going to go BYU team total over 73.5. And we're going to go Montana as our best bet, -2. And we're going to jam out. And by the way, SYC says go bets. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't want to take a side in that game. I'm going to mess with the total. I'm going to mess with the props. But I got to say this. Let's have ourselves a Saturday. Let's have ourselves a Sunday. I'll be back, and we'll be catching tickets. I'm going to do a live tomorrow at 9 a.m. With you boys. If you want to go join up, we're going to talk a little college basketball. If you want to talk a little Super Bowl, we can do that too. So I am Guns Picks. Let's cash some tickets. Let's dominate the board. And as always, let's keep dancing. Bang.
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation.